Welcome to the Extra Office. I'm happy to announce that we are so back. You wouldn't believe how many opportunities came to me after I started researching architecture and video games. At the start of the pandemic, I started this YouTube channel, I was streaming on Twitch, and I even was making TikToks. I had a ton of fun, I learned a lot, but most crucially, I burnt the out. This video is about those 7 opportunities that have come to me since then, and the last one especially is one you'll want to stick around for. So number 1, the first thing you might notice is a change of scenery. I'm recording now from my office at the Marywood University School of Architecture, where I've begun a professorship centered around my research in virtual architecture. Not only that, but we launched the very first ever Bachelor of Virtual Architecture degree program. This is huge news for me and a big reason why I'm relaunching this channel. This is a 4-year degree offered inside of an already growing and exciting and changing architecture school. But let me be clear, this won't be a university channel. The Extra Office is my media-based architecture practice. Number 2, I made a TikTok that became a book. In 2021, I visited Las Vegas at what was the height of my online popularity and created a video about the corners of buildings. I won't play the whole TikTok for you here because I'm planning an entire video about the book itself, which I will go into in more detail. But to keep it succinct, the video was about how all the corners in Las Vegas reveal so much about the way the city is built. The video prompted the world-renowned architecture photographer Ewan Bond to ask me to write the accompanying text to his upcoming book about Las Vegas and Rome. Of course, I absolutely said yes. We flew out to Vegas together and we even went up in a helicopter to photograph the Strip and the new Sphere, which then I wrote about in Architect's newspaper. I also took a separate trip to Rome where I saw 1,000,000 buildings I've loved forever and I got to eat all the carbonara in the city. My chapter in the book is called Bread and Circuses, and that forms the title of the book itself. The book has been well reviewed so far, but I'll keep you posted on that, and I'll be making an entire video about the book and my chapter soon. Number 3, I wrote a chapter in a book about some current virtual architecture practices. The book Purple Architecture, edited by Vahid Vedat, James Korestes, and Ibrahim Pustinci. My chapter is called Let Them Have Meta Virtuality, a Slice of the Hyperreal. This is, of course, an alliteration to Let Them Eat Cake because the chapter looks at Hyperreal Bakery as a way to understand and speculate on the future of architecture. So again, you'll have to wait and see on a full video on that chapter, but it does, in the end, give us some definitive ideas for how architecture can manage itself in this kind of mediated world that we live in. So number 4, I lectured in and visited all of these different schools, and that's a lot. It's been a wild year or 2 or 3, and a lot of that is because of the media practice that I had and also because of some amazing friends that I have at those places. And all of their studios honestly deserve a video of their own, which I will never get to, but I'm here to tell you that that is a part of what's been happening. 5, I bought a house and had a baby. This is obviously big news to me personally, and there isn't much else to say here except I was busy and tired. Rumim Skevnicki was born 8/8/22 at a whopping 3 pounds 4 ounces. She showed up earlier than expected, is now a happy and healthy 2-year-old who I adore. I'll say it for you, father-daughter Fortnite duos when. Number 6 is I figured out how I want to run this channel. Now I realize that's not an opportunity, but I'm going to keep you here for just one more minute to tell you that it's really important to me. I have spent a few years now with my time off also casually watching the medium and looking at what I like and whose productions I really feel are genuine and that you learn a lot from. I can't really stand, I'll never be a kind of overproduced YouTuber, but I can have some scripts and do some things of value here. And yes, I realize this video itself is probably gonna get hardly any views, but I'm here for you, the diehards, and I'm also making this video a bit for myself to kind of launch everything off. All right, lastly, number 7, the big reveal that was promised. I wrote the book. Okay, I didn't write it, I wrote a little bit in it and helped edit it, but this is the book, guys. This is Architecture and Video Games Intersecting Worlds. Okay, it is edited by me and Vincent Hui and Tanya Estrina, without whom, of course, it would not have been possible, so I share all accolades with those two. But this book is jam-packed with what is now the industry standard material for understanding just how architecture and video games are newly evolving mediums that will collide with one another in exciting ways in the future. I wrote my own chapter I'm very proud of that I'm going to tell you all about. And there are something like 40 other contributors. So this baby is the new gold standard. It represents hard work and thoughts by people in academia and practice. It's out on December 10th. And I could not be more proud and excited to share this news with you. Now that the book hump is over and all of these things are over, I'm free. I'm here and I'm ready to relaunch this channel and really understand what it means to have an audience who I appreciate, because that's how I got all of these things. A little bit between YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, like it was an Instagram. It was all of these things that kind of culminated, but I really want to stick with it here. I'm relaunching this YouTube channel as a way to document my thoughts and research, but also build the audience and practice that I believe, the depth of this material requires, but also just to reach new audiences and do amazing new things that I think is possible through this medium. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks for joining me again in the Extra Office. I'll see you soon.